big money. I was giving him 150,000, I think 2 days before that, and he was asking for another 200,000.
Dan you man.
Woo!
Ek kan sê jy die slike geld is in die system.
Cheslyn skipped bail and vanished. And no,
Intense.
it wasn't his bail money on the line.
I contributed another 25,000.
Nee, uncle, man.
Coward you are.
I am not a coward.
Then why are you hiding behind the locked door?
Yeah.
haven't killed people. Talk about the two people that died.
Chad is a Northwest farmer that invested money with Cheslyn.
One of the farmers killed his wife and then took his own life.
Spread the truth. Welcome back to the biggest and best Forex scam exposing channel in South Africa. Together, you and I shine a light on the truth and we expose the scams hidden in plain sight. If you are tired of the lies and ready to burn it down, please give the video a like, do leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you haven't, and share this so that more people can become aware of the scams that's out there waiting for them. Devi Sankari governor recently caught up with an alleged scammer that's been on the run and in hiding for the past year. And when she caught him, you literally wouldn't believe where they found him. Let's get into the video.
Hello and welcome. This is the Devi Show. It's been another eventful week for the Devi team as we bustled about preparing content, especially for you. And this episode is no exception as we land 30 minutes where we unmask one of the biggest alleged scammers to ever cross our paths. In our lineup, he seemed to know what he was talking about and investors bought into his supposed international connections.
He showed us his phone and said, look, here was a deposit, big money. I was giving him 150,000 and he was asking for
Grrr.
200,000.
He sent me a copy of a guarantee, $350 million US.
Yeah.
Ends rather disappointingly for Cheslyn Swartz as he emerges from the shadows.
Hiding like the coward you are.
I am not a coward.
Then why are you hiding behind the locked door?
I'm going to pay.
Yo, that is Chad Thomas from the IRS, and I actually follow them on Facebook, and they've been posting notifications about this man since forever. So I can understand that guy's frustration towards him. And as you guys hear, like sometimes people just don't want to acknowledge or take accountability of their actions.
Just don't want to give me an opportunity to do what I need to do.
A Porsche, ingenious bank instruments, and documents
Porsche?
promising billions, sometimes even trillions next week. The Devi Show investigates Cheslyn Swartz, the so-called Johannesburg investment facilitator accused of pocketing millions.
Yeah.
Slick in his Porsche Cayenne, Cheslyn Swartz promises billions via secret banking channels. And he loves telling you all about it.
Okay, bro, I just finished with bankers. They say they've done everything. I must just wait for the money to show.
He styles himself as a facilitator of foreign funding and floods clients with messages to keep the dream alive.
I will also get your documents signed and I will get it back to you, but you're definitely going to be paid out. Thanks, brother.
The pitch is simple. Pay a small admin fee today and he'll unlock the billions, sometimes even trillions.
That sounds like an advanced fee scam.
The funds have officially come through, which is very good news.
But there's always one last step.
The bank is attending to the administration process. We have the ETA on the payments taking place. Then I will report back to everyone.
Shame.
And it's that last step that Danny
Please don't say the horses are suffering. That's the last thing we need here.
Smith and a group of Northwest farmers believed in. Only they didn't know him as Cheslyn, but Ryan.
Ryan. We all call him Ryan. It's part of his Ryan Cheslyn Bernard Swart. We never met him eye to eye. He was telling us about this investing direct foreign investments from overseas. And he sent us some documents proving that the money is there, and he needed money to get the money released.
Cheslyn promises international funding via banking instruments, essentially turning a bank guarantee like this into cash for your project. To unlock the ring-fenced billions, you pay an admin fee.
There's a whole bunch of documents through by that time and asked us to give him money up front to get the money released.
Cheslyn loves big numbers. 500 million euros, 1 billion euros, and
Investments
then
and trade,
just
hectic.
5 trillion euros.
No!
Rands, and you get approximately 100 trillion rands. More zeros than common sense.
And he showed us his phone and said, look, here was a deposit, big money. I was giving me 150,000, I think 2 days before that, and he was asking for another 200,000.
Oh my goodness.
Chad Thomas of IRS Forensic Investigations has been chasing Cheslyn for years. It started with a multi-million rand mining deal that left his client 50 million rands out of pocket.
Yo!
Introduced into the scheme.
Oh, hoi! Yes, most South Africans that has money, my bro.
In the person that would be able to buy my client shares out, all these incredible looking documents which they refer to.
Yo, I feel sorry for that person.
They come up with all kinds of different terminologies, technical terms to make it sound as complicated as possible.
Many others didn't question his document. Is it fraudulent or not? It was so convincing. It's got bank stamps on them. It's got everything.
We've seen
They will do everything to make it look legit.
into the trillions of rands, whether it's in pounds, euros, dollars.
Sounds smart and legit, but it's not.
No.
Chad's mining client, like Dani, believed in Cheslyn.
None of it existed. My client never got paid. My client lost over 50 million rand.
Police are still investigating this case as Cheslyn was allegedly part of a syndicate. But what followed was a trail of more alleged victims, among them Dani and the Northwest farmers.
Even
Sure.
today, when you speak to him, he's so convincing of what he's doing, believing his own lies. He's lying to himself and he's believing in himself.
Cheslyn's messaging dozens of people daily. These are sickening voice notes. This man is a psychopath.
Drowning in debt from loans, Dani faced more of Cheslyn's manipulative excuses.
I've received numerous threats and swearing and all types of things against my person, which I believe that the reality of the bank is they follow protocol. They are not interested in my pressure.
When Dani couldn't repay the loans, lenders opened fraud cases. He never revealed Cheslyn as the man behind the scam. Dani was charged and convicted with fraud. Tragic twist that defies logic, he served nearly 3 years in prison.
I did that to Cheslyn now because all my money was with Cheslyn and he was sitting outside like a fat cat.
Nee, man het in jou brein geklim, uncle.
Money's there, I'll get you out.
You're in it now to win it. Because you've got the millions in there that you've invested, so they say just a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Correct. You're chasing that initial money that you put in.
But the scammers know that.
That's the hook.
Even prison didn't stop the demands.
My sister will send me a voucher for 1,500, which I immediately forward to Ryan because he tell me, Lonnie, I need 1,000 rand to do this now.
After his
How does he know you're gonna get 1,500 rand? That means you must take. Let me keep my pick.
release, Dani still believed in Cheslyn.
I actually tell him, listen, this is my last cattle, and he convinced me so much and tell me, Dani, you will be paid within 2 days. Just, I sold my cattle basically.
Cheslyn kept up the act, insisting he was working hard.
Bro, I just got home now. I just spoke to the guys now, the bankers that I work with. They said I must please just wait. They've done everything. I must just wait for the system to release the money. I'm exhausted. I had a full day today.
I get it, Cheslyn. Stringing people along is a full-time job. A calculator finally persuaded Dani that Cheslyn was scamming him 2.8 million and nothing back. Now, a convicted gangster himself, Dani finally went to Chad. Together, they opened a case of fraud against Cheslyn.
Now this is ruined my life. That
I shame, uncle, man.
is my wife.
I shame, uncle.
The hunt is on for one of Johannesburg's most wanted alleged scammers.
We have a warrant for Cheslyn Swartz.
Cheslyn's whole family have been hiding him and protecting him.
Tell us where Swartz is.
I don't know.
The fact that you can hide behind the cloth of religion disgusts me.
Evidently, I'm not the only one that has reservations about like religious people, pastors, deacons and all of that, you know, church people and money operations.
Welcome back. You're watching The Devi Show. Cheslyn
Shout out, Devi.
set up a big business game with seemingly legit documents to back him up. That's how he raked in, at a conservative estimate, over 100 million rands. Next, the deals swell, calling for intensified collateral, but even amplified returns.
Let me see.
Cheslyn Swartz promises hundreds of millions, just cover the SWIFT fees. That's what he told Sean Keneally, a consultant on a Cape Town Stadium refurbishment project.
Well, I actually never met Cheslyn in person. He said,
Another one that hasn't met him.
which was, if I recall, 350 million US dollars. It looked.
Guys, can we just acknowledge the fact that there's moneyed people in South Africa, but some of them are equally vulnerable, but some of them are equally gullible, and some, a little few, are just downright stupid.
Legitimate.
Just one catch, 80,000 rands
What?
charges. Guess who pays? Sean.
Him.
To sweeten the deal, Sean will get R1 million thank you for the 80,000. Did it not cross your mind at
More
the
than
time,
1,000%.
These guys are talking about hundreds of millions. They can't pay 80 grand.
Look, it did, but we were literally at the 11th hour. I was very happy to receive what was a ridiculously high remuneration for
The 11th. He says there, 11th hour. FOMO, fear of missing out. Do you see why I expose it to you guys? Because when they press you with time-based tactics, they're always gonna win if you're not prepared for it. Clearly this man wasn't.
relatively small amounts of money. This is unlocking $100 million instrument.
Dollar.
Yeah. So we're talking billions of rands.
No one knows better than Dani how enticing Cheslyn's deals are.
That's how
I shame
convincing
Uncle Man.
Swartz is. Even this morning, he was convincing a pastor in Joburg, was begging me, please don't do the interview. The money's gonna pay out today. I told him, listen, I'm not gonna fall for your bullshit anymore.
Sean says the penny dropped only after he scrutinized the documents.
Started looking into the signatories. On any guarantee, there'll be 2 bank signatories. Then I found out that one of them had left the bank about 2 years before this guarantee was signed.
So what do you think Cheslyn did?
Went to his Photoshop and simply made
Forgery.
necessary. The company that supposedly issued the guarantee, the person I was speaking to said, we don't even have €1 billion.
Yeah!
Less €1 billion to give to somebody else.
Chad says many victims won't open cases. One is a Johannesburg businessman we know only as Sunday. How much did Sunday hand over to Cheslyn? Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. And he insisted he was going to get paid. And in fact, he turned it around and made the investigators the bad people in all of this.
In Sunday's mind, arresting Cheslyn kills any hope of repayment. He's lost the house and now loan sharks are circling, but he still believes.
We have guys who are saying Swar did receive money. These guys, they saw the proof. They've done that verification. So I'm expecting the proof of payment.
But those might be fake too, as this fake POP given to Dani demonstrates.
Where am I going to get the money to buy the house for my family?
Dani was at the edge, and his constant pleas for Cheslyn to deliver put him
Guys, it's almost December. Things are gonna ramp up from here. Be careful with your money, please.
face to face with Cheslyn's temper.
Dan you man.
Woo!
You ek kan sê jy die slike geld is in die system en ek sê jy wag net. Jy kry baie geld. Hou op met die hou op om jou hou. Ek sê jy gaan nie geld kry man.
And the running total is the 50 million rand mining case,
Oh my goodness.
1,000 rand from Sean, hundreds of thousands from Sunday, and nearly 3 million from Dani.
Nine
You
man.
had to add it up as an estimate?
Close to 100 million, if not more. If you read the paperwork, Cheslyn promises billions, if not trillions. When you look at that figure on the piece of paper, it's longer than a telephone number.
Sean, however,
Damn.
recouped his money, but at a steep cost.
I recovered the 80,000. I've made it clear that I would not stop until I recovered my money and whatever it cost me. He paid that to me just over 2 years later. We're in the process of liquidating.
Explain to people may not understand how you felt about this. Why are you pushing ahead now with the liquidation order?
We've incurred a substantial amount of legal fees, so that has to be recovered, and that's in excess of 200,000 rand.
Sure.
Cheslyn was arrested in June last year and appeared in the Benoni Magistrates Court for a fraud case launched by somebody who isn't one of Chad's clients. But
Hectic.
then, Cheslyn skipped bail and vanished. And no,
Intense.
it wasn't his bail money on the line.
I contributed another 25,000.
Nee, uncle, nee, uncle, man. Wat maak uncle? Uncle, what are you? Nee, uncle, man. Yo. Nee, uncle. Yo, wat maak uncle?
Was in jail or court the previous time to get him out of there.
Nee, uncle, man. Hoeveel geld wil uncle aan verloor?
Cheslyn all over Johannesburg.
Cheslyn's whole family is involved with the church. Cheslyn's whole family have been hiding him and protecting him. The fact that you can hide behind the cloth of religion disgusts me.
And then Chad got a call from a source who eventually gave him up. In a quiet street in Fairland, Johannesburg, we met with the police and armed security. Confirmed his Porsche Cayenne was in the garage. Looks
Quiet.
like he was home.
Open!
Shoo. Nogal een big plot.
Cheslyn Swartz! Come out! Where is he?
Out of my house, okay?
We have a warrant for Cheslyn Swartz. Tell us where Swartz is.
I don't know.
But Cheslyn
Shame.
appeared not to be there. We checked everywhere.
What? Why am I saying shame? Because I hear the woman's voice. Meanwhile, Chad has allegedly said all of them are so like involved. Yes. I almost got caught there.
An hour. Even a helicopter checked the roof.
Quiet.
But just as we thought he'd slipped away again, we checked one last place.
Cheslyn?
Coming up, time to meet one of Johannesburg's most wanted men.
Cheslyn, hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Got you. Hiding under the covers. Like the coward you are.
Gio, they go fetch that man. They go fetch that man.
So thanks for joining us. In this episode, a story so outlandish where the alleged conman made off with, at the very least, over 100 million rands. Next, a year-long hunt ends in Fairland, Johannesburg. Cheslyn Swartz was on the run. A foul mouth our bleep machine knows too well.
Ek sê jou hou op met die hou op om jou hou. Ek sê jou jy gaan nie geld kry man.
After more than a year, we tracked him to a house in Fairland, Johannesburg. And
If that gets released to TikTok, it's gonna go viral.
you never guess where he was hiding. His domestic workers' quarters.
Someone snitched. Someone snitched.
Hiding under the covers.
He was hiding for 40 minutes under a blanket, teddy bears, pillows. Coward at the end of the day.
Still in his PJs and teddy bears, a year-long manhunt for a wanted criminal came to an end with the big question. Cheslyn, what's wrong with you, bro? Where's all the money that you owe people?
People don't want to wait anymore, Debbie. That's the reason why they're
Debbie?
doing what they are doing to me.
Bro,
Debbie?
you're hiding your whole life now. Is this a lie?
Debbie?
I'm not hiding.
You're a scam.
Okay, so the name is Ryan, they said, and I see there Ryan is his second name. So switching between the first and second name, it seems like it works. But still, be careful of people that's not using their government names. Be careful.
I'm not a scammer. People invested into business
In
that
what?
people don't understand how the shit works, Debbie. They don't.
What?
Debbie?
Stupid.
Understand how
Only you, yeah.
international transactions work.
Between
Debbie?
you and you are hiding under a bed, not me.
Because you guys come in like this.
Because you're a scammer.
If you did it socially, it would have been okay.
So,
Debbie?
popped round for tea, Cheslyn would have rolled out the welcome mat.
You
Have
said
I
if
not
you
told
don't
you?
pay your victims the end of the week, you'll hand yourself in. That was 2
I
years
did.
ago.
When Chad saw Cheslyn, a decade of alleged victims came to mind. A nemesis he's been chasing.
Like the coward you are.
I am not a coward.
Then why are you hiding behind a locked door?
I'm going to pay
Taking
people.
people.
They just don't want to give me an opportunity
wait.
to do what I need to do.
So we moved on.
Cease! Guys, when we see Forex trading scammers, we must say, cease!
Kinley, who gave 80,000 rand, has been refunded.
And your relationship
Yeah.
with Donnie Smith?
Danny Smith gave me money,
Yeah.
which he invested.
So where's the
He
money?
was part of a project,
Yeah.
and he was supposed
Yeah.
to be paid back. I spoke to them every single day to tell them, guys, I'm struggling.
Here's the truth. All the projects, all failed. All the projects, all the money is gone.
The money went into projects which didn't work out, and that's why I need to refund it back to them.
I don't think you're good at this job.
Because people don't allow the processes to follow through as to what it should be, Debbie.
It's
Debbie?
with a V.
Debbie?
Weekly
Debbie?
promising peace in anxious times. Trouble is, Cheslyn, peace is a little easier when the promises are real. We
True.
also photographed these documents on his desk.
Tells me that he's got new victims on the go. That Cheslyn is part of a far bigger syndicate. It's not just him.
It was time for Cheslyn to
Tick,
give some numbers.
tick.
Be honest with me. How much do you owe people?
I estimate that I need to pay people is not even more than 25 million rand in capital.
You're a big boy talking in millions, yeah?
30 million rand.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Lost the money gambling. You got a gambling problem. Because I'm wondering if that's where the money went.
Gambling used to be my hobby. I used to.
Gambling used to be my.
Destroyed other people's lives. And then when the law comes, you hide under a bed.
Cameras, police,
Yes,
guns on
yes,
me.
you deserve it,
Like
Cheslyn.
I'm a murderer.
Yeah.
I haven't killed people.
Talk about the 2 people that died.
Chad is the Northwest farmer that invested money with Cheslyn.
One of the farmers killed his wife and then took his own life because they had no money, simply because they got.
This takes me back to the case of Anissa Harrison. Do you guys see how this plays over and over and over again? And when we mention these things, people think we're lying, people think we're exaggerating, people think that this only happens in American. Oh my goodness. They think this only happens in American movies, guys. But here you can obviously see on home ground it happens. This is why we try and make you guys knowledgeable. This is why I try my utmost best to make you guys aware of certain things that you need to look out for, because this is the result for many people.
Caught up in the circus of Cheslyn Swartz.
But does Cheslyn feel any guilt?
They came to me after they've created all the shit in their life.
And then you
know what
you
they
took
did?
the money and lost that money too.
I'm not saying it's not
So
my
tell me what's your fault?
My fault is not having my things properly in place when people gave me money to make sure that I have them paid out according to what we had to do.
There you
That's
go,
my problem.
Cheslyn. That's a big problem to have, don't you think so?
And I've learned from my mistakes.
Typical narcissist, typical trait of a fraudster. He'll turn around and become the victim.
What about the fake documents and billion-euro bank guarantee?
That guarantee, one of the consultants I know in Europe, they've told me that that money has been paid and it's here.
It was time to load Cheslyn up, as police would need to transfer him to the Northwest Province to face 88 fraud charges.
Yo!
You're gonna sleep there tonight, now you know that.
Where?
In the jail.
Why must I go sleep in the jail?
Where do you think you're going now?
I'm busy arranging to get people their monies.
Time for a reality check, Cheslyn. Arrest means jail, not a detour. Hey, where do you think you're going now? They're putting you in the van, bro. They're not taking you for a picnic now.
Now can I just go and get changed?
No, you can't get changed. After he goes to the
Nah, man.
Northwest, Cheslyn will come back to Johannesburg.
He skipped bail at the Benoni Madge Court and he'll be held pending trial.
Cheslyn, you skipped bail.
Sick, I didn't skip it.
For a year you did.
You were sick for a year.
I'm very sick.
Nah, I like this, bruh. He just says things.
No problem.
At the police station, we caught Cheslyn's transfer and gave him some parting words. See, I told you, Cheslyn. I told you coming to
You
the
made your point. You
I
made your
told
point.
you.
I just asked for some clothes. No, they're gonna bring you clothes. Don't worry.
Since the arrest, fresh cases surface daily, even internationally. One company overseas paid dollars to Cheslyn and lost around 6 million rands.
Sure.
Sitting ducks for syndicates. And they're not doing the type of enhanced due diligence that you'd expect them to be doing.
Through his attorney, we put every allegation to Cheslyn. He declined to respond.
A lot of investors don't want me to speak. They still believe in it. They think if there is money and they have opened up a case against Ryan, they're going to get small money because they're still believing in this big dreams of hundreds of millions.
As Adani, he hopes more victims
There's nothing of that.
and make cases.
Things didn't work out, Debbie.
Yes, because you didn't work out.
Debbie.
And that's it from us. Send us your
Shout out, Devi, Sankri Governor. You're one of the G's. But like, yo guys, it's sad when you hear the amount, no? But then again, it's also really sad when you hear that people are still holding on to hope. And here this man is admitting the things didn't work out. So, what hundreds of millions are they waiting for? That's the saddest part. They are still holding out hope for this guy and for the money that he promised them. But now, that to me is really sad. And again, it comes down to the due diligence thereof. You can't just believe people nowadays. You can't even believe your sibling, your spouse, because you have to look into what people says. Even if it's me, even if it's Devi, do your due diligence, guys. People think I exaggerate when I speak of that case of Wumpe, where a lady killed one of her children, turned the gun on herself, and then the other children got away. And here you guys hear what has happened here as well. It's rough out here. December is on the cusp. Things like this is gonna pop up out of scale. So yeah guys, keep an eye out, don't get scammed, and stay alert. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers.